minulém díle jste viděli.
More of them?
We've got them now. In the name of Lord de Flander, kill them!
Come on! We don't have time for these! I hoped your daddy taught you to ride before he left! Hiya! Ride, then!
A dále to pokračuje.
Did you drop something?
It seems the old Spaniard can still move. The Villahardois camp cannot be far from here. This is it. The Villahardois camp. This is the point of no return. Are you sure you want to follow me in this, Esteban?
What choice do I have? If I stay, I'll be slain by the Flanders men.
You're from Spain, aren't you? Haven't you considered going home?
To end up on a scaffold? No, thank you.
You would follow me to escape death, and it would seem the wiser choice. But is it truly? It's going to be a long journey, and the risk of losing your head will be far greater than all the hatchets waiting for you in Spain. What's more, Crusade is a sacred quest. A godless man has little to gain from embarking on it.
I never said I was without faith.
The only laws you keep are your own, are they not?
I may be lawless, but I am a man of principles. You saved my life, and I owed you as much, hombre. I'd be a bloodstain on Dange's sword if you hadn't been there.
Then you're the first lawless man of principles I've ever met.
Halt! Who goes there?
I am Dens de Vale, and this is my squire, Esteban Noviembre. At the invitation of Lord Geoffroy de Villahardois, we've come to aid our brethren in bearing the cross to the Holy Land.
You are certainly strong, boy. But you'll not be joining any crusades this night.
Not him again. I hope we won't be sharing a ship.
He's one of the High Barons. Of course he's here.
Your charade has been entertaining. But your performance ends here, little ten-pot knights.
Entertaining? We've ridiculed your name. They can hear the Kingdom of France laughing at you all the way in Italia.
I doubt he's heard the joke, Esteban. Maybe a second round of entertainment would help.
I like the sound of that dance.
De Flandre, you sent half your army after us, and yet here we are. This game, as entertaining as it is, must cease. We've won. Now let us pass.
You've no authority here, whelp. This crusade will be my crowning achievement, and I won't let you tarnish it. Then they shall die by our hands.
Invaders!
Stop this at once! What are you fools doing?
Just defending our lives from this lunatic, my lord. The Flander is out for our blood.
Have the three of you gone mad? We are all Christians here. Why do you turn your blades on each other when we will have our fair share of fighting in the coming crusade?
The crusade is why we have come, sire.
De Vale, you're the young warrior from this morning, yes? I remember you. Come in, but please, keep your swords sheathed. As for you, De Flander, you dishonor this entire company A man of your rank. You there. Take him to the chaplain and get him patched up.
Mám to být skoro. Well, what did you do?
Ha ha ha! He got what was coming to him.
If he leads this crusade with as much skill as he wields his sword, the Saracens will surely entertain him.
And?
Yes?
What is this curse? Why do I see the burnt men and the flaming skeletons? How is it that I can destroy walls with my bare hands?
It is more than likely hereditary, at least in your case. I would guess that perhaps your father, or even his father before him, committed a grievous sin.
My father? A sinner?
I don't know. It could even be you. Regardless, the curse falls on those responsible for the vilest affronts on humanity, and rests within their blood for generations. Call it divine retribution if it suits you. Its origin is just as much a mystery to me.
But all right. I may not have led the most righteous life. I've stolen some, trinkets in my time. Hardly anything deserving of eternal damnation.
Then it falls on your family. It's not something I could tell you. The point is, you and I are damned to hell. There is no escaping that fate.
I heard you, hombre.
Demon.
This place is not real. I must be dreaming.
A má luxusní rohy a klip. Co musí nechat?
Mother! This is impossible!
Son, look upon your mother. You let them hang her.
Mother, please forgive me. I couldn't save you.
Your uncle betrayed our family. He coveted our lands for years.
He was never worthy of the Debale name, nor our crest.
I left for the Crusade to cleanse the sins of our family, and you allowed my wife to be murdered in my absence.
I shall find you, Father. Together we will take it. My mother's honor will be redeemed.
Jo.
My wife, of visiting the land of the man-headed wheeler. Her desires remain unfulfilled.
It is not my fault. I would have dreamed of traveling by her side.
Nens, what are you doing in my dream? This is getting more and more ridiculous.
This is no dream, my friend. It's death. He's trying to claim our souls, even in our sleep. The curse is consuming us.
What are you saying? Does that mean we're dead?
No, not yet, Esteban. We are ensnared by the trap death laid for us. But he hasn't won yet.
Really? Well, if he is truly La Muerte, how come we haven't been taken yet?
I I don't know for sure, but I believe that since we now fight side by side, he has grown wary.
Huh? You mean he fears us?
Well, not exactly. He knows he will have to be crafty if he wants to claim us.
Crafty? Then in me, he has found a worthy adversary. If I were a crafty Ángel de la Muerte, I think I might use that fountain to trap us. Doesn't it look a little out of place?
I believe nothing that we see here truly belongs. Death is using our dreams against us, turning them into nightmares.
My arms are covered in fire, yet I feel no pain.
Yes, these are the flames of purification. Our understanding of the curse is growing. The power of these flames will allow us to purify this place.
Oh, my soul is trapped in this cursed gate. Burn its wood. Free me. Purify me.
OK. Takže od dneška jsem nějaký farmén, jo, a můžu použít oheň. To je luxus. A... luxus! Well, tady je. Ne, kouři, taky. Počkej, ty žiješ? A? La muerte. Well,
Hands! Slay that barrel!
tady prostě chodí mezi takýma kládama a nějak něco netrápí. Nějaký
You sense the malevolent energy radiating from this crucifix. Let us purify it with the sacred fire we have just obtained.
Whatever you say, Oleg. I have some weird dreams. This is the weirdest one yet. And I don't even remember drinking much meat last night.
Jo, to bolí. Jo, tak tady ty jdu jenom zapálit, jo? Okay. Co to je? Co to je?
Strange.
Strange? Don't you mean how horrific?
Okay. Oh! Shit. Hello.
At last, you have succumbed. Now I can claim you both at the same time.
You are relentless.
This time, you cannot hide from me. Tomorrow at sunrise, no one will be able to wake you. I shall have ripped your souls from your bodies.
Esteban, our belief won't be enough to drive them back. Let's try the sacred flames.
The sacred fire. How? Impossible. To flee is futile. I am death. I cannot be vanquished.
No, delay! 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 Spam! Spam! Spam!
I am everywhere. I am all things.
Well, může být kdekoliv, ale stejně tě nějak zabijeme.
Ha! Damn! You think this is over? Did we get him?
No. Unfortunately, he'll keep on tracking us down. And believe me, it wasn't the last time we'll have to face him.
Let the flames devour him!
Tak tohle bylo pěkný, takový fight ze smrtí, to se mi líbilo. No jenom 4, jo, 6. Oho, Ačko, fuck yeah! Jdem dál. Tu a... Dobrý, jdem dál.
My son and his new friend were inducted into the crusading army at Soissons, where they trained for 2 years. There they met soldiers from the armies of the High Barons, Thibaut de Champagne, Simon de Montfort, Renaud de Chatillon, and of course, Boniface de Montferrat and his commander, Baudouin de Flandre, who had come to swell the ranks of the Crusade. Soon, almost 30,000 men were expected to depart for Venice. There, de Villehardouin and the 5 High Barons were negotiating the construction of a fleet of vessels with the Doge of Venice, the venerable Enrico Dandolo. Thibaut de Champagne, having been the first to sound the call for the Crusade, was determined to be the strongest candidate to lead it. Alas, he never had the opportunity to command the Holy Army, as he died in May of 1201. No sooner was he laid to rest than a replacement was sought. Boniface de Montferrat was a charismatic leader, and his ability to be at the right place at the right time made him a man who could be counted on. With the influence of Baudouin de Flandre, he garnered favor and was chosen as the new commander of the Fourth Crusade. In the summer of 1202, the Crusaders set out on the road to Venice. Alas, desertions were numerous, and when fall came, only 12,000 men presented themselves. Even after a noteworthy collection from every Crusader, the High Barons were still 34,000 marks short, a sum necessary to pay the Venetians, who had invested heavily in the construction of the Crusade's fleet. A shrewd businessman, Doge Enrico Dandolo offered the Crusaders an interesting way to settle their debt. For several years, Venice had struggled to maintain its control over Zara, a Croatian harbor loyal to the King of Hungary. Dandolo offered the Crusaders extra time to make good on their payment, under the condition that they helped the Venetians reclaim Zara. The High Barons were conflicted. Some refused to raise their swords against other Christians, but with the risk of losing their investment and the fear of failing to reach Jerusalem, they agreed to besiege Zara. The Crusade had just merchandised itself for the first time, straying further away from its holy cause. In the midst of these proceedings, Boniface de Montferrat managed to discreetly leave the Crusades on personal business in Rome. There he secured a secret audience with the Pope, I would only learn what transpired there a long time later. As for Denz, aided by his unlikely Spanish friend, he was only beginning to prove his value on the battlefield.
Takový beres. V příštím díle.